we got to hear about this teacher story. So when I was in 5th grade, I got the hardest whooping I ever got from a teacher in school. And it all started when I put a number 2 pencil in my nose, and I was making faces at the other kids, making them laugh. It kind of looked like I had a pencil mustache, you know. And it was kind of funny, you know, they snickered out loud. So the teacher made me put my nose in a ring on the blackboard, and she put my cousin in the corner to the right and my brother in the corner to the left because they were both laughing. And that was the cause of it. But we were all 3 in a line, so we kept looking at each other and laughing. She went over and pulled my brother's hair, like yanked his hair. She came over, stopped behind me. I stopped laughing, so she didn't yank my hair. She went over to my cousin, and he stopped laughing, and then he started snickering again. So she yanked his hair. So it was almost time to go home after that. A little bit later, we got to go home. We were downstairs putting on our boots over our shoes and putting on our coats, grabbing our lunch boxes, and we were talking about going Big Bill Ritchie on her, which was a character from a book called Little Farmer Boy by Laura Ingalls Wilder. And basically, Big Bill Ritchie would whoop the teacher. That's what we were talking about doing. So she came downstairs, handed out notes to everybody, saying there was this emergency board meeting and parent meeting that night. All the parents had to show up. My dad told me the next day that he gave her the okay to whoop us. And so the next morning, we got that whooping before school started. God bless you all. So the things we were saying about the teacher was kind of disrespectful. The next morning, my dad told me, you are going to get a whooping when you get to school. He said, I made sure to tell the teacher not to go easy on you so that you learn to respect her. By the way, this is what I was doing with that pencil. Pretending I had a pencil mustache. That was what I was doing to make the other kids laugh. That's what started it all. So anyway, I knew I was in for it. We got to school. We had attendance. We sang her 2 songs, said the Lord's Prayer. And then the teacher, Effie, said, whoever was talking about me last night can go down to the furnace room. So I got up, went downstairs. My cousin went downstairs. My little brother went downstairs. There was another kid named Roy who did not go downstairs. He was also talking about her the night before. But he wasn't one of the original 3 that got punished, so he really didn't have any reason to complain about her the night before, I guess. And the original punishment wasn't that severe. She was trying to be nice, and we took advantage of it, I feel like, and we paid for it. So she went over and grabbed the belt, the V-belt. It was about 1/2 inch wide, about 3 feet long. It wasn't in a loop, it was cut in half, or had a cut in it. So it was just like a single strip of like rubber belt. She came downstairs and we were laughing, kind of chuckling, all standing there. She's like, what's so funny? We said, I don't know. And she's like, who wants it first? My little brother said, I do. And her face got red, and she lit into him. She lit into all 3 of us, and that was the hardest whooping I ever. By the time she was done with my little brother, I was so scared. Then I had to watch her whoop my cousin, and she was just getting the hang of how this thing worked. She had never used that belt before. By the time she got to me, she was warmed up, and I'm telling you what, it hurt so bad I could barely walk back up the stairs, and we were not laughing anymore. Let me just put it that way. I couldn't sit down in my seat. I remember putting my hands on my seat to put pressure on so I didn't have to put my full weight into the seat because it hurt too bad. I remember that, but I also remember that I never disrespected that lady again. And when I got home, I got a whooping from my dad for getting a whooping at school. He said, if you mess around and don't behave and you get a whooping at school, you're going to get another one at home because you should have known better. God bless y'all. Much love.